Hello everybody, welcome to another round of Solving Advent of Code 2015. Today we're going to tackle the problems of day 2 because we solved day 1 yesterday, so today it's going to be day 2. Let's just jump right into it. There's a bunch of text. Do we want to read it? No, not really. Don't really want to read the text. It's something about boxes with side lengths, and we want to find the surface area, which is some formula, and we need some paper for this area for these boxes. Apparently it's gifts, so we need the surface area and some extra paper, which is the area of the smallest side. Okay, so it's 2 times 3 times 4 box, then the surface area. So the surface area is 52 square feet, because that is the area of all the sides, and 6 square feet for slack, because that is the size of the smaller size for 58 in total. Okay, let's do it. Oh, we just let me just fetch the input, so, and make a new folder for day 2. Whoops, if I can write like this. Test input, no, it's not the test input, it's the actual input. Okay, let's paste it in, and let's just also make a little test input, which is 2 times 3 times 4, like that. Alright, and then I have come prepared and have a little template that I'm going to use. So this template is just some boilerplate that I don't really want to write more than once. So I'm just going to read 2 arguments. The first argument is if I'm going to solve problem 1 or problem 2, and the path is the input path, because you know I have multiple inputs, the actual input and test input. So let's just get going. First we are going to read the data. Read it in. So data is equal to, I'm gonna do something, I'm going to after read lines because I want all the lines, and then I'm gonna say line.strip, which removes the end line. Not interested in that. For line in after lines. Okay, now I have our data. Our total amount of wrapping paper is 0 in the beginning. Then we're gonna loop over all our lines, and then I'm going to say, okay, so the 3 side lengths are A, B, and C, and those are equal to, well, I need to split the line based on the character X, because that's how these 3 line segments are split. And then I'm going to map over those and turn them into integers, because otherwise they're going to be strings. So now I have my side lengths as integers. Now we need the surface area. So the surface area is equal to 2 times a times b plus a times c plus a b times c, and then the slack is the smallest of a times b, a times c, and b times c. And then the paper we're going to use is surface plus slack, and our total is going to be plus equal to the amount of paper we're going to use. Then we're going to print it, and that is it. Let's try and run it, see if it works in the test input. So it's number 1, and its test input, it should be what, 58? Oh no, will you look at that? And that is because I'm an idiot and I didn't write, oh my god. Yeah. Programming is difficult. 58, you know what? I trust it, I ship it. Let's just run and run with it. Some big number, and let's hope for the best. Submit. And yay, it was correct. All right, and what is the next part? Part 2. Ooh, ribbon. We also need some ribbon, blah, blah, blah. The shortest distance around its size, or the smallest perimeter of any of the faces. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. The feet of ribbon required for the perfect bow is equal to the cubic feet of volume of the present. Okay, so we need the volume, and is the shortest distance around its sides or the smallest perimeter of any of its faces. Isn't that the same? Yeah, I think that's the same. Yeah, the perimeter and the side length around the perimeter of a face and the perimeter of the box is going to be the same. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna need that and the volume. So we're first gonna need read the data, which is just gonna be exactly the same code. So the volume is a times b times c, And then the smallest, like the rest, is going to be the smallest of a plus b, b plus c, c plus a. And then that's going to be multiplied by 2, because that like 4 sides on a face. And our total is going to be plus equal volume plus the rest. Then we print it, if I can write. That is by far the most difficult part of this. That is actually typing in the characters correctly, because I can't do that. Run it on the test input. It says 34. Is that correct? 34 feet. You know what? I trust it. I trust this program with my life. And I will paste in the value and hope for the best. Will you look at that? It was correct. You know what? Since this was fairly fast, I will solve day 3 as well. Let's get a little freaky and solve 2 problems in one day. How dare we? Okay, so Sand is delivering presents on an infinite 2-dimensional grid of houses. Blah, blah, blah. He's delivering a present to the house at his starting location. And then he's gonna move all in north, blah, blah. Okay, so we have some movements. So the elf back in the North Pole is drunk, unfortunately, so his directions are off. And Santa ends up visiting some houses more than once. How many houses receive at least one present? Okay, so we need to know how many unique coordinates are we going to reach giving this input. That's it. Okay, that should be fairly easy as well. Let's make our folder, cd into it, write in our input. Ooh, big boy input. And let's make a little test input, so we can make sure that our code actually works. This one delivers to 2 houses. Okay, let's just remember that. Let's cd into day 3. Let's copy the template. Oh, we love that template. Solve.py. And let's start solving. Okay, so first we're gonna need to read the data, as always, with open path as if data is equal to f.read.strip. I don't want the end lines. And now I want my position, which is going to be 0, 0 in the beginning. No, wait a second. 0, 0 as a tuple. And then I have my visited is going to be a set, which contains 0, 0 in the beginning. Dot add 0, 0. So I don't want to double count positions, so I'm keeping them in a set, which is fairly efficient. So then we're going to loop over my data, and then we just have a bunch of cases. So it is, if it is, oh my god, how do we do this? North, then our new position. Then our position is going to be, so the x position is going to be the same, but the y position is going to be +1. And then elif, if it is going to be south, how do we make that character? How? Oh, it's a b, right? Okay. Then position is going to be the x position, doesn't change, but the y position is -1. Then we have 2 more cases going left, right. I don't know. I can't remember left or right. That's my eternal struggle figuring out what people mean when they say left or right. When I had to take my driver's license, I messed up left and right, which was a bit unfortunate. So I didn't drive where my driving teacher told me to drive. Because apparently figuring out left and right is more difficult than actually maneuvering the car. Add the position. Or is it insert? I can't remember. And then in the end, we're going to print the length of our visited, which is the number of unique positions we're going to hit. Okay. We're going to solve problem 1 now on the test input, and ooh boy, it didn't. Oh my god, I always make that mistake. It's unbelievable. 1 and test input 11. Yeah, that is definitely not correct, I would argue. That is most definite. Okay, so it's like maybe my V is wrong. Okay, no, it's because I'm an idiot, and I should say, Jesus, C equals 2. Not just asserting whether or not the character is true or not, because that's always going to be true, so we're always going to go into this statement. Oh, well, oh my god, that was wrong. 2, okay, I trust it. For now, there cannot be any problems with it. That is completely impossible. 2,592. That has to be correct. Will you look at that? It was correct. Okay, let's go for the next part. So now Robo Santa is here as well. Amazing. Santa and Robo Santa start the same location. Blah blah blah. Take turns. Then who is? Wait. What is going on? Santa and Robo Santa start at the same location, then take turns moving. Okay, I see. Okay, so the even numbered instructions are gonna be Santa, and the uneven are gonna be Robo Santa. Oh, the other way around. I can't remember. Okay, so Santa is equal to 0, 0, and Robo is equal to 0, 0. And then we need our enumerator. Okay, let's make an update function, because I don't want to do this twice. This is a position and a character, and it returns a new position. So, and let's just say if, let's do some nice Vim stuff. Alright, so now we're going to, so essentially this function basically just takes the position and the character and returns a new position, because I'm going to need to do it twice and I don't want to copy the code. Alright, so now let's say I need the index as well, because I need to know if the index is even or odd, depending on whether or not it's Santa or Robo Santa that moves. So if it is even, then it is Robo Santa. So Robo position is gonna be update of Robo position and the character, and then we're gonna say visited dot add Robo, because that is the position that has changed, and else then it is Santa. Oh, if I can write and G, alright. And I believe that's it. Let's print the length of visited and try to solve problem number 2 on the test input, of course, because everything always breaks the first time. 11, is that correct? 11 houses. Oh boy, do we believe in it? Do we trust it? Do we trust this code that I wrote? I would be hesitant, but you know what? Time is of an essence. Not really, but I don't want to debug it. I hate debugging code. I write liking it, not debugging it. And correct. Amazing. Once again, 2 gold stars on day 3. And now we have 6 gold stars. 2 for 3 days. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. And tune in next time, where we're going to solve probably day 4 of Advent of Code 2015.